Shalom, family, peace, love, light, and blessings, man. We back at it again with another video. Y'all can tell it's a different background. We got a new car. All praise be to God, man. He's worthy to be praised. But let me put the steering wheel down so it's out of the thing. But y'all, today we gonna have to talk about remaining humble. Remaining humble and remembering who you are. Remaining humble and remembering who you are. So first I want to tell y'all, of course, I haven't gone MIA. Feel me? I just posted last week, so I haven't been gone. But y'all have to realize with YouTube, this content, it's a lot. It takes a lot out of you because you have to upload every day. You have to promote on all platforms. I mean, it takes a lot. It takes a lot out of you. So, my last videos, they were doing good, 100. The last one got 50. It's still at 52, I believe, right now. Just because, not because it was a freestyle type of video. I kind of freestyled it a little bit. The editing wasn't where I wanted it to be. It was a little bit more questionable. That's why I got them views. But I'm back now, y'all. I'm back with another video. But today, let's talk about, put on that to the side. Let's talk about being humble, man. Being humble and remembering who you are. So it was an incident today in class, y'all. Here I go. Y'all know I always got a story. Y'all buckle up for this one. Basically, we in HISD school. The bathroom went out at the HISD school. Where do they do it? Where do they do that at? Roll the clip of the bathroom going out. All right, we back. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see how the bathroom had went out? Exactly. They had porta potties outside of the school. How they got porta potties? How you got porta potties at the schoolhouse, man? But y'all know HISD, y'all know how we do. We be wilding out. So anyways, it wasn't their fault though, But anyways, so I had to use the bathroom. And I was getting ready to go to the bathroom. I'm 18. If you 18, everybody knows you can check yourself out of school. If you didn't know that, you know now. But everybody know that basically. And so I went to go and check myself out of school. Whenever I went to check myself out of school, the lady whose class I was in, it wasn't even my normal teacher, it was a substitute. She was like, no, you can't go, woo-de-woo. She called in the admin, did the absolute most. She asked some girl to start basically getting on me. It was just crazy. Y'all should have been there for the situation. But I was very intense. Let's roll the clip of the stuff I was saying whenever I made a video. Let's roll that clip. One of the APs inside of the AP lady, she like, oh, just get you a pass, you're 18, you can do, you can sign yourself out of high school when you're 18. This is the day with me. Why do y'all take y'all job so serious? It's not even taking the job so serious, but it's like, have some respect about yourself. All right, y'all seen that clip. So y'all see, I was really intense. I was feeling some type of way about the situation, but something that I realized is that you have to maintain your humbleness and maintain your meekness. And so what does that mean? That basically is realizing now that sometimes you can't allow the enemy, the adversary, you cannot allow people, you can't allow people to make you forget your position. You can't allow people to trick you out of your position or where you are inside of your life. Because what we have to realize is, it's like, as you're growing so much spiritually, you're growing, you're just growing, For example, you're upgrading, new job, new opportunities in life. You can't try to fall back into the old way of things. You can't try to fall back into the old person that you used to be, because it's now a threat. Because this new reality that you're living in, it doesn't know that old person. It knows you, the new you. So if you try to bring that old person into your new reality, that's how problems arise and occur. You have to remember that you must remain humble. Remember who you are. See, because remaining humble is not the easiest thing. It's really not. In that situation, as y'all seen in the video, I was angry. I was like, man, I'm trying to go use the bathroom, feel me? This lady giving me a hard time. You know what I'm saying? This lady is literally giving me a hard time. I'm trying to go to the bathroom, feel me? She doing all this extra yapping. She done called the little girl to come help her and save her, do some more yapping on me. She called the AP on me. The AP do more yapping. I'm like, man, I'm trying to go to the bathroom, man. After I spoke with Miss Reeves, I'm just name drop because it don't matter. She like a spiritual mom to me. And when I spoke to her, she told me, she was like, well, everybody was wrong in the situation. But I'm gonna say how you was wrong, because in that situation, what you have to realize is, and this for all the men out there, and ladies, you can get this too. The opposite gender is known to get us out of our body. What do you mean by get you out of your body? Well, we already have a type of attraction, generally speaking, other than, the homosexuals. You have a natural attraction to the to the opposite gender, right? But now let me tell you that whenever you begin to argue with them, or you begin to have disagreements with them, that is magnified. Because not only do you not have that attraction, but now that attraction is rekindled into a spirit of argumentation. Get this on today. So what we have to realize is that that's why, if you ever notice, whenever, all right, when two girls is going at it, it's cool. But whenever a woman, when a woman and a man are arguing, it's like the biggest thing. It's like because it's a clashing of the spirits. Whenever the two genders are begin to argue with each other, not get along, and it manifests as a fight or whatever the case may be. And so that's why a lot of times, as Kevin Gates said, and I hate to quote Kevin Gates, but as Kevin Gates said, he said, I have to vacate the premises. Sometimes you have to realize that it's time for you to vacate the premises. It's time to leave. See, because if I stay here in this situation, I'm going to do something I know I don't have no business doing. So to prevent me from doing that, let me just leave. Let me just go. Sometimes it is best to simply leave, to remain humble and to remember who you are. See, because we got to look at it. In the Bible, it talks about Joseph, right? What did Joseph do? Joseph had to flee from lust. How did Joseph flee from the lust? He literally ran away from the lust. So it's not always about lust. This is not about lust. This is about humbleness. So sometimes you have to flee from situations that will keep you from being humble. Get this on today. Sometimes you will have to flee from situations that will keep you from being humble. If you know me doing this, now I'm finna become prideful. I'm finna become arrogant. I'm finna become spiteful. I'm finna become angry. If you know me being here is going to bring out emotions, bring out characteristics, bring out things that are not of God inside of you, vacate the premises. Sometimes you need to leave. See, that's what we have to realize and understand, to know sometimes you just gotta go. I just have to leave, because I know that if I stay here, then it's going to cause a disruption in who I am becoming. And a lot of times we're not willing to accept that. Whenever you need to leave, roll the clip of you need to leave. You need to leave. Sometimes you need to leave. Like, it's just, you need to leave. You got to go. And we have to realize ourselves in them situations instead of going into it, because that situation could have ended worse. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm well connected around the school, but imagine the AP like, oh no, you're going home, I'm suspending you, you're being disrespectful, whatever the case was. Now you can really receive real life consequences. Not that, I'm a senior, nothing to me, but generally speaking, for everyone else, when you're in these situations, because this is a small level, and this happened to me on a small level, so I can tell it to you so you can avoid it happening on a larger level. See, because a lot of times what we tend to think is, once you begin to walk in righteousness, walk in purity, you finding the Messiah, HaMashiach, Yahushua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. Once you begin to find the Messiah, you begin to say, oh, I'm saved and sanctified. I don't gotta do, I'm good now. No, you're not good. See, this is, I was listening to brother, I believe, Stephen Darby Ministries. Rest in peace, brother. Amazing brother. Y'all should go check him out. I'm gonna link his channel down below. But I was listening to him, and he was talking about how inside of the old church, they had a false concept, a false pretext inside of the church. What is that? That is that now that you are saved and sanctified, you are saved and you are sanctified. As if it has already done and it has already happened. Don't get me wrong. You can be saved by Christ Jesus by accepting him. But being sanctified, the sanctification process is an ongoing process. As Paul wrote, I die to myself daily. That can be interpreted to mean, many things. But if we take it in the sense of I'm dying to my fleshly desires, or I'm dying to the person that I used to be, if we take it in that pretense, which it may not be in, but let's say we do take it in that pretense, then we have to tell ourselves that means that every day is a new battle. You are not saved and sanctified to the extent to where you will still fall short of the glory. Romans 3:23. We are not perfect. And so what we have to realize is we can become the perfect version of ourselves. Yes, you can become the perfect version of you. Yes. We got to wipe that. My Apostle Foster, shout out Apostle Foster. My Apostle, he told her, we just went over that during our Sabbath worship. Which, if you didn't know, you're supposed to have church on Saturdays. That's a conversation for another video. But during the Sabbath worship, he told us you can become perfect. That's what it said in the Bible, to become perfect. But what does that mean? It means that you are to become a perfect version of yourself. I'm becoming a perfect version of me. And so now that's why we have to realize certain times we have to remove ourselves from situations. Remembering who you are, remembering who I am. Because through the remembrance, now leads to the action. Now that I remember, oh, you know what? That's not even me no more. Let me walk away. Let me walk away. Because I know if I stay here, I'm fit to tear something up. You hear me? Hey, it's finna be, I'm finna do it to him. And let me go though. But see, a lot of times people be like, oh, let me leave. You don't even gotta discuss it. Once again, what did Kevin Gates say? I politely vacate the premises. You have to be willing to politely vacate the premises. That don't mean go do all this screaming and cussing and hollering and now you done left. That don't mean do all this announcing that you're gonna leave and then left. It means to politely, which means in a nice way, vacate, which means to leave the premises, which is where you are. You have to learn to politely vacate the premises. I'm helping somebody on today. And so as we begin to understand these types of concepts, this is how we now begin to go into our next level now. Because how? Because now you're like, oh, okay, no, okay, certain things, it's not just about certain situations where you have to remain humble, certain situations where you fight in the flesh, where you fight in lustly desires. I know I dealt with that within the past couple of weeks, fighting those fleshly, lustful desires. But what you have to realize is sometimes you gotta vacate the premises. No, don't put yourself in a position where it's you versus your flesh. Rather that be through lust, rather that be through anger, rather that be through pride. Don't put that to where it's me versus my flesh. Why would you put yourself inside of that environment? Because you do not know how strong your flesh is. The Bible says to resist temptation, flee from the devil, resist temptation, and he will flee from you. Resist temptation, he will flee from you, but you have to resist. In order for it to flee, you have to first resist, which means to back away from, to say, no, I'm not accepting that. But if you try to battle it ongoing, Jesus said, whenever the devil tempted him, what did Jesus say? Jesus said, and it is written, thou shalt not tempt thy God. You shall not tempt, you shouldn't try to tempt your spirit and your flesh, say, oh, which one is going to win? No, what are you doing? You willingly putting yourself in sin now. No, what you do is you leave, politely vacate the premises, leave, and that is how you remain humble. Because now you're not moving out of a center of, okay, I know what's going on, I know what's happening. I mean, no, you're not moving out of that no more. You saying, okay, I don't know what I'm bound to do. I know my flesh. You know your flesh. Comment below, say hashtag I know my flesh. You know your flesh. You know your flesh. And you know we all know it. The flesh, the fruits of the flesh are evident. And that's in the book of Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. Go look that up. But with that being said, we have to know what are the attributes of the flesh. And they are common for everybody. Angry, rivalry, drunkenness, malice, outbursts of wrath. These are the manifestations of your flesh. So because we know our flesh, hashtag I know my flesh, comment that below. I need at least 5-10 comments of people saying hashtag I know my flesh so I can know you watched the full video. Comment that below. And so because you know your flesh, don't even play with it, man. Don't even play with it. I'm not gonna play with it. I'm gonna vacate. Because you never know. In your spirit, in your mind, you say, man, I can fight this fleshly desire. I'm not gonna talk crazy to this person. I'm not gonna fall in the lust. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. That's what you're telling yourself. But but because you premeditatedly put yourself in that position, put yourself in that situation, you never know what you might do. Because that's your spirit. But your spirit and your flesh are battling. The battle is not between the God and the devil. Get this. The battle is not between Yahuwah and Shaitan, Satan, the devil. The battle is not between them two. The battle is between you. It's between the God within, the godly nature, the God in the beginning. Whenever God breathed breath, when he breathed breath into man, he began to go ahead and breathe life, the breath of God, the spiritual essence. And your flesh, whenever you were born of the world, the meat suit that is encompassing your soul, though that is where the battle is at. Your flesh versus your spiritual nature. Your fleshly, carnal, human nature versus your spiritual nature. These two things are battling. So now what we have to begin to realize is that is where the battle is actually at. And that is why we have to be able to do what? We have to be able to resist, flee, resist it. Don't even put yourself in a position to, no, resist it. And yeah, and that's it. I close. Y'all know I get to go and it'd be hard for me to stop, man. But yeah, so I will be linking my TikTok below, my Facebook, my Instagram. Y'all be sure to go follow them. I appreciate everybody that watched this video. I definitely have more content coming soon. I don't know what it's gonna be, but hey, y'all pray that your boy get good content ideas. I pray that God continues to bless you. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Blessings to you all. Shalom.